Remember we met, I can tell by your smile, you hadn't been with a good girl.
Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well and feeling good this morning after Christmas. I definitely took my time and got my rest before getting up. So I'm feeling great, I'm feeling refreshed and just chill. But I definitely felt guided to come on and make a quick message, a morning message for you guys. The message today is the power in stillness. We don't learn to be still. We learn to stay busy. We're always looking for the next thing to do, the next thing to focus on, the next thing to get done, the next thing to accomplish, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. That's how we've been taught, basically. That's what we've learned. Many of us. I always say we as in all of us, and I know that we're not all the same. We all haven't learned the same things. But societally, globally, we have learned a lot of the same things. And it's okay to acknowledge that. And it's okay to see where within our differences the similarities line up. That's important. It gives us a sense of a true connection because we are all connected, and it gives us a sense of a connected solution because what helps me can help the next person. And if we focus on our differences, then we kind of can make it harder for ourselves to find those solutions with each other. The more we can help each other and work together, how could that be a bad thing? And working together and helping each other, the foundation of that is seeing our similarities in the midst of our very many differences. We are completely different, all of us. And it's a beautiful thing to acknowledge. And it's also beautiful and powerful to acknowledge where we're the same. So, as I was saying, most of us have been taught to keep doing, keep going, keep pushing, keep striving, keep trying for the next thing, keep focusing on what we can do. But there's a power in being still and seeing the results of that. So there's an example that I'll use to explain this because it's a revelation that came to me. So I had my baby, in the shower, which he doesn't really like because he loves baths. Most babies probably do, but he specifically loves baths because when the shower comes down on his face and stuff, he gets, we're going to take a trip to turn off my tea kettle. But when the shower comes down on his face, he gets a little bit frazzled and it shocks him and scares him a little bit. So he's not really the biggest shower lover. But, sometimes we got to get in the shower. We have to get it done. So I always try to do my best to help him and to calm him down and to show him that, I will keep him safe. One, to show him that the water is, it's okay that he's afraid, but the water isn't going to hurt him, that he doesn't necessarily need to be afraid of the water. I try to show him that through my own example and, the whole process with our babies, right? So we're in the shower and I'm washing his hair, right? And when I'm washing his hair, I instruct him to hold his head in a certain position so that the water doesn't run into his face and also so that the soap doesn't get into his face. So what happens when he's really in a mood and he really doesn't want to be in the shower and I put the soap on his hair, then he'll go crazy. So nothing is wrong yet. The water hasn't hit his face yet. But in anticipation of it, he's loses it and he's, throwing his head all over, throwing his hands everywhere, rubbing his face, everything. So what's going to happen when he's acting like that? Water's going to get in his face. He's going to put soap in his own eyes. He's going to run right underneath the shower stream, and that's going to overload him, and he's going to be in shock, right? So I'm watching him do this, and I'm taking care of him. I'm calming him down. I have a shower head that comes off, so I'm making sure that, the water is not, drowning him out, or I'm getting the soap out of his eyes and everything like that. But it just dawns in my head, wow, that's us too. It's like, we're here, and God is always here supporting us. God is always guiding us and giving us intuition, speaking to us through our intuition, giving us ideas and solutions to things. But how can we hear it if we're running around trying to stop the next catastrophe? If we're always on go, always trying to focus on the next thing, we're busy putting soap in our own eyes when God wants us to sit and be still so that He can wash us, so that He can protect us, so that He can set an example for us, then that we can follow. We're here trying to figure it out for ourselves, trying to do it ourselves. This message, oh gosh, this message is not going to resonate with everybody because it takes a certain amount of faith to be able to sit still and trust that the world will not crumble around us. And when we've been taught trauma, finding that faith in and of itself is a journey. And I only say that because I know that that's true for some people. But I know that that's not true for everybody. And I know that a lot of people have figured out how to have faith in the divine. And so I'll speak to those people too and say, sit, be still, know that God is providing for you and protecting you. If you hear what I'm saying right now, sit and be still and know that God is providing for you and that God is protecting you, and watch the miracles that will unfold in your life. Watch the divine inspiration that will come to you. Watch the avenues that will open up that you would have never thought were an option because you could not have come up with them on your own. We're not here to do this alone. We're here to co-create with the universe. Okay? The universe, which created us, is all powerful. You did not create yourself. What is that thing that created you? Can you trust that thing that created you? Can you trust that? If you can, you'll see what else it'll create in your life. And it's going to be heaven. It's going to be heaven. But it won't happen if you're running around chasing every thought, every twitch, every, impulse. Because then we're hurting ourselves. We're, like I said before, putting soap in our own eyes, running right underneath the faucet when that's what drowns us out and makes us feel crazy, like the world is on top of us. Sit and be still, y'all. If you hear my message, I just pray that there's one person that hears my message. If anybody, that's all I'm here. I'm here to help somebody help somebody to find their own true perspective, right? So if I do that for anybody in my lifetime, then I feel like God will say, you did good. I feel like God is going to say you did good anyway because we're all out here doing our best. And God knows that. That's why He created us. Right? It's so deep. It's so deep. It's so deep. The fear in sitting still. There's a fear there. Fear is not going to lead you to the promised land. Fear is not going to lead you to the promised land. As long as we're acting out of fear, where are we going? Faith. There's a fear in sitting still. If you can overcome that fear with faith, and sit still. That's a new direction. That's a new path. We've been running on fear our whole lives. We know where that leads us. We know where that leads us. It leads us to a moment of, oh my gosh, I found it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing this. We've been there. We've done it time and time again. Try something else. Try faith. Sit still. Feel God. That's all I have for you guys. Peace.